Lawrence McKinney now eligible to file for compensation. Andy Humbles / the Tennessean. Lawrence McKinney, left, and his attorney David Rabin hold a news conference Wednesday, December 20, 2017, in Lebanon. Earlier that day Gov. Bill Haslam exonerated McKinney, who was released from prison in 2009 after a court overturned his 1978 conviction for rape and burglary because of DNA evidence. Photo, Josie Norris / the Tennessean, by photo. Gov. Bill Haslam on Wednesday exonerated a Wilson County man released from prison in 2009 after a court overturned a 1978 conviction for rape and burglary in Memphis because of DNA evidence. Lawrence McKinney, 61, had his record expunged after his release from prison, where he spent more than 31 years. But McKinney was continually frustrated in attempts to achieve the executive exoneration from the governor necessary to file for compensation with the Tennessee Board of Claims. "I never doubted it because God is in control," McKinney said in Lebanon alongside his attorneys David Rabin and Jack Lowry Sr. "You can't be surprised when you serve the Lord." The Tennessee Board of Parole voted unanimously against recommending exoneration for McKinney in 2016. At the time, at least one parole board member questioned the completeness of the DNA evidence that cleared McKinney. It was McKinney's second time to apply for executive exoneration. The parole board recommended against it shortly after his release, and then Gov. Phil Bredesen did not act on the application. A link has been posted to your Facebook feed. The governor is not bound to follow the parole board's recommendation and can either grant, deny, or choose not to act on an executive clemency request. It was Haslam's first exoneration. Though the facts of this case are complex and reasonable minds may draw different conclusions from them, ultimately I respect the determinations of the Shelby County Criminal Court and District Attorney General that Mr. McKinney was not guilty of the crimes for which he was convicted and would not have been prosecuted if the DNA testing results had been available at the time of trial, Haslam said in a statement. "In the eyes of the judicial system, Mr. McKinney is innocent. While I appreciate the hard work and recommendations of the Board of Parole, in this case I defer to the finding of the court charged with determining Mr. McKinney's guilt or innocence." McKinney had the support of state legislator Mark Potty, Pastor John Hunn of Emmanuel Baptist Church in Lebanon, and his attorneys. Rabin anticipates filing for compensation next week and will seek the maximum amount. He is confident McKinney will receive the entire amount. Rabin estimated a ruling in the next several months, he said. The compensation, if awarded, would enable McKinney to have a home of his own with his wife, Dorothy, and be able to travel, which probably would include mission trips, Hunn said. "This gives me a little bit of hope," Hunn said of the exoneration. "I am proud to be a Tennessean today." McKinney spoke about the time he lost in prison, and was most emotional about not being able to see his mother grow old. "Money will never compensate him for what has happened, but the exoneration from the governor is more valuable than any money could be," Rabin said.